because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
Thought the game was over, but it's only just begun.
As going on, Steve Oberman's having a fantastic day today. So we're going to talk about the Terrifier 3 teaser on the special event of the couple days we've had of Terrifier 2 and showcasing that in theaters again, and of course enjoying Terrifier 2 as usual. I haven't seen the movie in a while, but damn, I mean, it was really nice to go with my buddy and kind of go through this whole thing again, and just like kind of just being so surprised on how good the movie was and just loving Art the Clown as usual. As for going into the Terrifier 3 teaser, Damien Leone, before this 2 special event days of this film, kind of talked about the teaser in general, that this teaser was not going to be a 20-second gimmick, that it was going to be a literally over 2-minute teaser. Now, I did record the whole entire thing, and it was about 2 minutes, 12 seconds, 2 minutes, 11 seconds, something like that, but it felt like it didn't even feel like 2 minutes when you watched it. You're kind of like, man, that's it, so I felt like they gave us enough to be very excited, because you don't want them to show too much. You're not going to get too much of the goose egg, okay? You want to sit there, you want to get the sizzle of the steak, you know what I mean? You want to be like, man, this is looking really good right now, and I'm excited. As of seeing this film tonight, we actually got a release date for this film. Finally, it is October 25th, 2024. So I know people are going to say, well, this is a Christmas film. Why isn't it going towards, Christmas time? But at the same time, I'm perfectly fine with having this thing near Halloween, because it is still a horror movie at the end of the day, and I have no issue with it at all. So finally, a release date. As for the Terrifier 3 poster that you would get after seeing the movie, there was only 4 to 5 people in my theater at the showing, so I ended up getting a bunch of other copies. I ended up getting like 5 of them. I mean, I ended up getting like 5 copies. So if anybody wants one, definitely let me know. I'll have my email in the description below, and I'll definitely, if you send me your address, I will send you protected a Terrifier 3 Christmas poster, which I think it looks fantastic. Now, this Terrifier 3 teaser was really screwed up. It didn't show much of anything, okay? So if you're going into this thinking it's showing a lot, it's not at all. But what it's alluding to, or what it's pointing out to, is really screwed up, okay? I'm going to just go off script with this, because I have to get into detail as much as possible about this whole entire thing, so here we go. Terrifier 3 teaser kind of starts off with a, Christmas Eve night going into Christmas morning. It is at night, and it shows a globe on the desk in a kid's room, with a kid sleeping in his bed, and very exciting, very warm, really nice Christmas music. It was so warm and inviting. It just gets you ready for the holidays. The snow outside, kind of, you saw like the snow coming down through the windows outside. So from what it looks like, I know that Damien Leone did upgrade his cameras and some of his film stuff, and it definitely looks like better quality. It just keeps getting better and better. Well, since you get more money, for these films now, which I don't know what the budget is, but it looks pretty damn good. So there is noise coming from downstairs where the Christmas tree is in the living room, and the kid wakes up. He starts to go downstairs. He gets up. It kind of goes to another scene where you're seeing Santa, so-called, in white gloves, that is putting presents under the Christmas tree, and still playing this warm, exciting, really good Christmas music that gets you all whoopy-doopy inside, like ready for the holidays, right? Well, as the kid is going down the staircase and slowly getting into the living room, the kid stares at Santa from the backside, putting more presents under the tree. Then the kid, and it must be like a 6-year-old, 7-year-old kid, something like that, so happy to wake up in the middle of the night to catch Santa putting Christmas presents under the tree, and then he says, "Santa," like in the most cutest way possible. And then you get a front side shot of Santa Claus with his head down with the Santa cap on, and as he rises up, It's Art the Clown in a Santa Claus outfit. I'm talking beard, I'm talking hat, I'm talking the whole 9 yards and the boots, okay? I don't know if he's wearing his clown shoes at this point. He is in a totally different outfit. As he comes up, and then the music changes into Art's, Art's music, and he has an axe in his hand as the kid is still smiling behind him. That scene cuts right out, and then a transition to the Terrifier 3 logo for the Terrifier 3 Christmas film, which I thought looked really cool, very festive, with a little bit of a horror Terrifier title into it, which I thought it was really cool. And then the last scene we get as Art the Clown is sitting in the living room sofa, eating milk and cookies on the couch, and there is blood on the walls, and Art's name is on the back of him, right on the wall next to him. It's just, we already know what happens in this scene, and I don't think I have to tell you. That was the entire Terrifier 3 teaser, and it was just enough to get us excited, okay? I know they didn't show a kill, they didn't show anything spectacular, but it left me wanting more. Now, if you guys remember from the news from a few days ago from Damien Leone, the director himself, he said the first 5 minutes of this film is going to be very controversial. And what I think is going to happen here that's going to be controversial is we're going to see a young kid die in this film. And I think it's alluding to this little teaser that we did get. He said, quote unquote, the first 5 minutes of this movie, a studio would never let me film what I plan on filming, Leone said. So mark my words, I guarantee you the first 5 minutes of this movie is going to be very controversial. Now, if you guys remember the other news as well, is that there were a lot of movie production companies that offered Damien Leone so much money, okay? A lot of movie companies were literally at the front door, Damien Leone, to put even more millions and more money into this whole entire franchise. And Damien Leone turned all of them down. I have to give Damien Leone credit for this because there's going to be producers looking over his shoulder. Oh, cut this out, cut that out. Damien Leone wants to make every film worse and worse and worse in a good way. He wants to toe that line. He wants to cross that line further and further and further every single movie. So I have to give him credit that Damien Leone is not all about the money here. He's a director that's not going to sell out. He is a director that wants to self-fund this thing, earn the money that he's getting from it, and put it into his next film. Obviously, Terrifier 2 did $15 million worldwide, and obviously some of what really helped Terrifier 2 kind of reach its peak was really all the drama that came with it, was that people were passing out, people that were throwing up in the theaters. It definitely helped the movie and made more people see it at the end of the day. So I give Damien Leone the credit he deserves when it comes to this film, that he could have just sold out to another movie company, and he's doing his own thing. And because, do you know if he put this in a movie theater under a production company, and actually whether it's just say Blumhouse or Universal or something like that, do you know how much of the movie would be cut at this point? What they're not allowed to show, what he has to, it would be a total disaster. And I have to give him credit for all of that. So Damien Leone is all about the fans, the diehard horror fans and the diehard fans of this franchise. And I feel so emotional and so proud that he just is going to do his own thing, because he directs, he writes, he's in control of every possible thing. And obviously with more money, you can hire more help, which will make Damien Leone's job a lot easier. But there's no doubt about it that Damien Leone is a micromanager and is going to, and obviously they have fun filming these movies, but he is a micromanager, and he's going to make sure that his vision comes to life, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Damien Leone has a set of balls on him so big right now that the first five, look, what we're kind of thinking right now with the first 5 minutes of this film being controversial, something really messed up is going to happen. Controversial as in something that really doesn't happen in horror movies too much that is released in theaters, which I think it was that teaser. I think it was that scene we didn't see with that kid obviously dying, which is horrible, but you know, Damien Leone said this movie and Terrifier 3, I think this movie's going to be in 2 parts because I heard there's going to be 2 more films coming out, okay? It is going to be the darkest movie with barely any humor in it, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I know there were some fans complaining about, well, we mean no humor. Art the Clown, you know, does humor at times, but I think they're still going to have somewhat of Art's humor in it, but as like of funny parts, and it's going to be the darkest Terrifier movie as of right now, is just insane. And I have to give them credit that they just keep pushing the line each and every time. You know, love this franchise and Art the Clown, and it was nice just to see Terrifier 2 again, and hopefully Sienna's back. Hopefully, I mean, there's been really no news on characters returning besides Art on Christmas night, but it's going to be amazing, so definitely check it out. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and haven't liked the video, definitely do so, because we're going to have more Terrifier 3 news as the months go on, and I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy we have Art the Clown back in our lives once again, and yeah, you guys keep running. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.